We are finally done with the Wilds of Eldraine spoilers, and like I've said before, I do like this set. It looks really good, better in my opinion for the price than Commander Masters. But the thing that's exciting players the most is the Commander decks that are actually well worth their value. And even on TCG Player, it's reflecting that. Along with the set and the prices on TCG Player, and let's discuss. Welcome back to the channel, Mattcaster Mage here. If you do enjoy my content, please consider subscribing and joining into all the fun we have here, including spoiler videos and also price videos like this, where we take a look at TCG Player, look at the prices of sealed product and singles, and reflect on the market as a whole. So let's take a look first at the pre-release kit. So this has actually been going down. It was a bit inflated, like most product is, even before the spoiler season. So right now it is sitting at $32.42. It was about $45, but that is absurdly expensive for a standard set for a pre-release. So that price was definitely inflated. It's probably closer to the reality of what the price should be at a store. So look at the bundles right here. These actually have been going up. A lot of the sealed product from Wilds of Eldraine has actually been going up in the past week or so because people are reacting positively to the spoilers, unlike Commander Masters. As you can see right now, it is sitting at $45.83, and 3 months ago it started at about $54.20. Next up here is the draft booster display. Now this one has been going down a lot. I think draft boosters in general right now, people, apart from people who are drafting at stores, they're not really fun to open up. I mean, they are kind of nostalgic for people who remember the old days of Magic, where that was really all you had. But for the most part, they're like for stores to run events. Collectors and people want to do box openings, especially on YouTube. You're looking at more77 Even the bundles now have set boosters or collector boosters. So it did start at $130 3 months ago. And then it's actually went all the way down to $113.77. Now these set boosters, similar price movement here. Started off at $136 and has actually went all the way down to $118.13. Though I do think that the set boosters are going to be more fun to open up just because of the list slot. And there's also a lot of exclusives that you can get in these set boosters. So we have the collector boosters here. Now it has been going down, but to be honest, $234 is probably a little bit too elevated to begin with. And then it's went all the way down right now to just below $200, which is actually more expensive than Commander Masters right now, though. You're getting the 12 booster packs versus the 4 for Commander Masters. And here are the Commander decks I want to show you guys. Really excited about these. I think that these are going to be really fun to play, but also just the fact that Commander in general, I think, is kind of the focus right now for Wizards. So I'm happy to see them actually putting some good value in here, but not just that, just making it like a very fun experience to play. Now, as you can see here, if you look at the 3 month trend, it does look like it's been going down a lot, but the 1 month trend actually shows a bit of upward movement. So $42.18 for its market price 3 months ago, and then it's went all the way down to $35.38. But if you look at the 1 month trend, in the past week, since the spoilers started to roll out, for the final week of spoilers, it actually has went up from $34.58, which was its bottom, to about $34.90, $35 roughly. So the next Commander deck here is Fey Dominion, and this one has actually had a better uptick. It's probably based on the colors, because it actually started moving up before the spoilers were even released. But if you actually think about it, Fey Dominion, we're in a set that's like heavily fairy specific. You're probably going to get a pretty good Commander deck out of this, even based on the colors. Blue, black, two very strong colors. 3 months ago, $49.55, bottomed out at about $41.98 and has actually went up to $43.62. And now I wanted to show you an interesting Commander card that was actually spoiled recently. And it's funny, we had a card that was called Rise of the Eldrazi from Commander Masters. It seems to be a theme where whenever a set gets revisited or something, you'll actually have a card name for the set. So it's pretty cool. Throne of Eldraine, great throwback. It's a 5 colorless artifact, legendary artifact, so you can only have 1 on the battlefield. As Throne of Eldraine enters the battlefield, choose a color. And then you can tap it for 4 mana of the chosen color, spend this mana only to cast monocolored spells of that color, which is amazing because it's an artifact, which means you can tap it right away. So you're adding 4 mana right away. So in a weird way, kind of feels more like a 1 mana spell. So really cool. So turn 1, great. And then turn 2, you just generated 8 mana on this 5 mana spell. Really cool. Then it has another ability, 3 colorless. Tap it to draw 2 cards, spend only mana of the chosen color to activate this ability. A really powerful card. Now this is the non-extended art version of the card. It's interesting. I'll actually show you the Commander decks in a second, but this was not in the Commander decks, at least online. I couldn't find it in the Commander decks. If they are, let me know in the comment section. I think this might be an exclusive to either the collector booster packs, the set boosters, or maybe even the collector sample boosters. So If you look at the price of this card right now, it looks like its market price is $7.84. Its foil market price is $11.90, and this is for the extended art version of this card. Now let's take a look at these commander decks. This is Virtue and Valor. So this is the Selesnya one. So the commander right here is Elevar of the Wild Court, and it's $139.51 right now for its tabletop price, which is really expensive for the secondary market price for like a precon, especially a standard precon. I imagine the price is going to go down a lot. Like, so don't look at that as that's how much it's going to be sealed. You have to remember they're nickel and diming a lot of these cards. Some of the cards are going to be like 50 cents and under, and they're probably not going to be really included as like the final total. If you were to like sell these as singles, you're probably just going to get bulk pricing for them. But you know, $139.51 is a pretty good price for this, considering they're going to be selling for like $30 to $40 when they're actually released at game stores American. I'm not sure what they'd be selling for Canadian, probably closer to $50 each, maybe a little bit cheaper depending on the store. But if you actually look, has some pretty good value here. And then the lands, you're looking at Hall of Heliod's Generosity, a $10 land you're getting in this standard precon. Did we even get a $10 land in the Commander Masters ones? I don't think we did, so a lot of good value here. And here's the one that's actually selling for more sealed, which is interesting because the value for Virtue and Valor right now is higher, at least for the singles on the secondary market. You're looking at $97.19 for Fey Dominion. Now the commander for this one is about an $8 commander, Tegwell, Duke of Splendor. And if you look at some of the awesome reprints they have here, they do have Secluded Glen, so a $5 land, not quite as good as the $10 land we got in the other deck, but you also have some great new cards here that people are probably going to spec on in the future that they're going to go up in value. Alea Cunning Conqueror, a great card. Blightwing Bandit as well. And you also have a great Pioneer playable that was originally in Throne of Eldraine, Brazen Borrower there. So great card. It's another $10 card. So it's fascinating that we have two $10 plus reprints in both of the commander decks. Really awesome. And I'm really excited for these commander decks to actually hit the market. I probably will grab at least one of each. Might actually grab two of each, two to open up, and then keep them sealed as well, just because I'm trying to start collecting commander decks, especially now that they have like the sample booster packs. I think I could actually have some added value in the future if you keep them sealed, but I don't know. Nonetheless, let me know what you think about that down below in the comment section. Now let's talk a little bit more about this card, Throne of Eldraine. So is this going to be an exclusive card to like a certain type of pack? It's kind of odd that it's not included in the commander decks because it is a commander card. It's probably exclusive to something. If you guys know where it's going to be included in, please let me know in the comment section. That would really help me out for future details, because this one threw me off. This is like the card I was most excited to talk about, and then when I was doing the research on the commander decks, I was like, oh, okay, so it's not in the commander decks, so that's a shock to me. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know in the comment section how excited you are for Wilds of Eldraine. And with that being said, guys, I'll see you in the next video.
Use promo code Mattcaster for 5% off your order at Face to Face Games, Canada's largest Magic the Gathering store. Qualified orders get free shipping Canada-wide if you use our promo code Mattcaster at checkout. Whether you're buying singles or sealed product, use our code to support the show and get a discount.